Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a very cool deck. We're going to be checking out Piett Red with one of the new bases so that we can splash in some yellow credit generators that work really well so that we can deploy turn 3 Invisible Hand and turn 4 our other very big ships. And this has been very stable so far, extremely powerful. So we're going to check the deck list, we're going to see some gameplay, and let's jump in and see how it goes. Okay, so here we go. This is the deck list we're currently playing. So one of those deck lists that it's pretty straightforward and easy to follow. We have 50 cards here. Of course, we all know Piett, capital ships cost less, and we're playing a huge droid package here so that we can take full advantage of the Invisible Hand. I think there's 3 cards that make this deck extremely powerful. Let's start off with Interrogation Droid, right? So we already know the Power Droid, the Dark Trooper, the Probe Droid, and the BT-1. This is amazing. This gets rid of Condemn. This removes shields and deals damage. Just overall pretty good droids. But then we have the Interrogation Droid, which it's yellow, so we don't want to pay 4 for it, although if it happens, it happens, and sometimes it does happen where we want to pay 4 to actually play it. But other than that, we are trying to play this off the Invisible Hand on attack and on play. When you manage to do an early deploy of Invisible Hand, followed by an Interrogation Droid, followed by exhausting a cost 3 or less from your enemy, and discarding a card from his hand, that is so much value that it's usually game over. And if you can do that twice, that's even worse. And the fact that Invisible Hand searches through the top 8 cards of your deck means that we're almost always hitting that unit. So why can we play Piett right now? So I think Piett loses a lot without resupply, because without resupply, you couldn't, right, play the Invisible Hand 1 turn early to do this super value play. But now we have Lady Proxima and we have Max Rebo banned. So this costs 3. That's why we're playing a Stygian Spire, so that we can play that on turn 2 and ensure ourselves 1 credit. And that is basically the equivalent of resupplying. And I was thinking it's the equivalent, but it's worse. But I actually think it's better, because now you have a 5 resistance unit on board that your opponent has to deal with, or you just keep ramping every single turn to keep playing your big ships, right? And the fact that it's 5 resistance means that it's at least going to take 2 attacks from your opponent. That's 5 less damage that goes into base. So before, you were playing a 30 HP base, right? But you were just resupplying, getting that permanent resource down. But now what I feel is that we have a 32 HP base, because if they don't deal with our credit generators, we just get so much value every single turn. And normally this is just enough for them to focus them, and suddenly, yeah, you're playing a 32 HP base, because if they were not killing this, right, if you just resupply, they start swinging into base. Now with this, they are tempted to at least get rid of it, or if not, they're going to have a big problem later. So amazing card to play here. But then you're going to say, like, okay, so we do have to find a credit generator, and then we do have to find an Invisible Hand to have a great play. So yeah, that's what you should be mulligan to. But then we also have Resupply Carrier, which is also a 6 cost, which comes down the same time as Invisible Hand, with the additional that, because Resupply Carrier comes down when you have 4 resources, you go up to 5, and now you can deploy Piett, and suddenly turn 3, right, you have a 4/5 in space, you have 5 resources, you have your leader out, you have a credit generator out, so you have 17 worth of resistance on the field, and the next capital ship you play next turn is going to cost 2 less, so you can go turn 5 Devastator or Fulminatrix, and that's basically game, right? So also a very good line of play with the Resupply Carrier. So as long as we have Invisible Hand or Resupply Carrier, we're good. Of course, the Invisible Hand is a lot better, so try and go for that. But if you don't have it, that's why we've included 3 Resupply Carriers, because that is just very good to be able to get that leader 1 turn early, make everything cheaper, as soon as the turn starts, right? Because that's the important part, that you can drop this as your first thing you do on your turn. Now, there is a case where we don't draw a credit generator, right? So if in your starting hand you have one of these ships, right? Either the assault frigate or the gunship, and you have a power droid, I think it's still strong enough so that you don't have to mulligan for the credit generator. You can keep that hand. You know, you play turn droid turn one, um, swing next turn, and now you can play your MC-30 assault frigate. So that's also a pretty strong play right there. So that's worth it. We're of course playing two other Rim Constables, just gets rid of Condemn, gets rid of their Chewbacca's, gets rid of basically any upgrade, and we definitely need that, you know, to get rid of Kasuda, get rid of anything that's going to be fast. And we're also playing two Shoot Down because Luke is pretty strong right now, Kasuda's pretty strong right now, and Shoot Down is amazing. You know, Shoot Down just straight out uh, takes out their space unit, deals 2 damage to their base, and then they're just one turn behind. You know, there is a situation where you don't play a turn 1 droid, but you just take down their ship, right? You just shoot down their ship, play your credit generator to turn 2. So this is your deck. Of course, no sideboard yet. We've talked about this. We need to see what decks are going to be good in the meta. Oh, and finally, we haven't talked about our Tuba Laser Salvo and Planetary Bombardment. So Planetary Bombardment, we already know. Amazing, amazing card. And it's very easy to get this 12 damage out. You do it as soon as you can. If you have a capital ship out, just drop this. You know, this bumps them up to like 20 damage. If it doesn't, it kills everything they have. Just don't think about it. Drop the Turbo Laser, drop the Planetary Bombardment. And then Turbo Laser Salvo. This is pretty good. We've included 3 copies because there's a lot of aggro right now. There's a lot of people going wide. I know there's Lando going for full value. There's Obi-Wan. And those decks are not trying to kill your big spaceships. They're just trying to win through sheer bigger damage on ground. And if you are ramping to your big ships, you normally have enough time to get to the Turbo Laser Salvo, but you actually have to have one. So as soon as you draw one of this, keep it in your hand if you're playing one of those matches because you are going to need it. So let's jump into the gameplay and see how it goes. Remember, if you're not subbed to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you do. It really helps out to keep the channel growing. And if you are, remember to comment and like the video and share it with your friends. And let's jump in. Okay, so here we go. Game number 1, we're going up against Vel Sartha. The last video we made was on Vel. We know she is very, very powerful. Here we have a pretty good hand. You know, we have our credit generators. We have a turn 1 play. We will keep the Let's Call It War plus the droid. Play the droid. We'll immediately claim. Okay. So he decides not to give us credit token. I think that's smart. We don't need Lady Proxima anymore because we are going to be dropping our Max Revo Band, which is just a bit better. Let's swing here for 1. He's going to restore it anyways. And we'll drop this. You know, what we don't want here is for him to attack into it and have a chance to defeat it. And we get Beguiled. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that's very bad because now we can't. Okay, let's go ahead and claim. And he doesn't give us the experience token, the credit token. So now this costs 5. So it's just that a little bit difficult to deploy it. That's one of the weaknesses of the deck, definitely. But we can play the game honestly here. Let's go ahead and pass. See what he does. We'll probably take 3. I want to try and go for the 2-for-1 here. We'll pass. At least get some damage in whatever he wants to play right now. Okay, we'll go 3 and 2. And then if he wants to give an experience token and we get a credit, we'll use that credit immediately next turn. Okay, perfect. I think it's very dangerous to give Piett a credit, especially when he is about to deploy something big, when he has the capacity to. So Outer Rim Constable could be good. I don't think we're going to have a chance to use the max Rebo Band. We need to start deploying our big ships here. So we got 5, 6, 7. Not enough for the Fulminatrix. Enough to exhaust this guy with our... Let's go ahead and... If we deploy, we can play the Fulminatrix, but he will steal it before we do that. So let's do this. Play this. We'll use the credit anyways. And we do manage to find something to exhaust. And he has to discard a card. So not bad. I didn't want to take the risk of leaving the credit for him to take it from us. We can still deploy and have the Fulminatrix out next turn. And he's really thinking about what he wants to discard. So he discards a cannon, yeah, definitely. So cannon is not that bad for us because, interesting, because he can't return like one of the big ships. I really want to deploy so that I can put the Fulminatrix out next turn. But then he just claims, yeah, but that's fine though. We'll deploy. Okay, and we'll pass. I guess we can keep a second invisible hand. We'll discard the second Fulminatrix. Then I guess we just deal 4 damage to it with the Fulminatrix here. After attacking with invisible hand though, that's for sure. We need to get the damage in first. And we did not draw what we're looking for, but I guess we could just grab a 3/3. BT doesn't sound bad either. Let's get a 3/3. We'll probably take this 4 right now. Also tempted to just kill Gorn. I guess we can kill Gorn with our droid. That's fine. We did. Yeah, I still think we kill Gorn. And we take 5. Going up to 17 is rough. Yeah, definitely shouldn't have resourced the second Fulminatrix. We're still in a pretty good position. Okay, he's going for a base. We'll go ahead and claim. And we did draw this, which is pretty bad for us because I was expecting it to get off the invisible hand here. We didn't take 5 though because he didn't give me a credit, so we still have 1 interrogation droid left in the deck. We could potentially play it right now and exhaust Vel, but I'm gonna risk it. And we do get a second one. That's pretty lucky for us. And then we also have the chance to play this one next turn. Yeah, it's a May. You don't have to give me a shield token. That sounds pretty bad for you. I guess I'll kill Finn. I might as well. That way we don't take big damage next turn. It's either resupply carrier or 12 damage. I think we'll go for 12 damage. So he takes 6 on Vel. Okay, that seems fine to me. We keep drawing the invisible hands, which is a bit bad for us. Let's see if we take this 4 immediately. Okay. At least we get to deploy our second invisible hand. And now we have 2 in the resources, I think? Only 1, okay. We'll deploy this, get this out for free, and we'll also get a second droid out, pass. And this is a pretty good hand. It's decent. We're not getting our late drops, but we have superiority now. I don't even think we resource anything here. I'll just keep my options open. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, so he goes ahead and claims. So I haven't lost yet, but I need to have lethal on board for next turn, definitely. So let's play this, kill this. Let's play this. And then we have 10, 15 damage. So we have lethal on board now. Let's see how this goes. Devastator is pretty good as well here. We'll definitely resource this time. And we should be able to take 9. And then, yeah, this guy killing the experience token was critical. Okay. Going up to 21. I think we got it right. We have 5 more damage. And then we have Devastator. Ooh, barely got there. Very, very hard game 1 with that Beguile that took us back a turn. We can still make it, so you can see the power of Piett. You know, he can actually come back from something like that. That's one of our big weaknesses here. Maybe we have to play around that against yellow, but pretty good for us. Game 1, managed to beat Vela. Having her discard some cards was pretty good for us. Let's go ahead and requeue. Ooh, a hard control player. Okay, this can be interesting. I've always felt Piett is pretty solid against hard control. We definitely mulligan this. We need to find our credit generators. And we do. Perfect. Okay, so we'll drop Interrogation Droid, drop the Probe Droid, and we'll start with BT. BT will at least take up some of whatever he's trying to do. Okay, we'll claim. Okay, so we got the Max Revo Band, which I think it's a bit better than the Lady Proxima, so let's keep the Lady Proxima here. We'll swing to base and deal a damage here. Perfect. Just wait and see what he does. Okay, we'll go ahead and play the Max Revo Band and claim. Now we have enough to play. We can, I guess we're going to go Resupply Carrier just because I don't want him to have rate though. So I'm not in a rush. Let's just attack here. I didn't get a, okay. I think I'm fine with him just soaking up attacks. So he does have more cards in hand, so he's gonna swing. If I deal 2, I take 2 back, and then I don't die, and then I get 1. Yeah. Let's just deal some damage here. Ooh, my bad. I think, yeah, that was a bad idea. Okay, I'll go ahead and claim. Okay. Starting to get pretty rough here, but at least we can deploy Devastator, kill this too. And then we hope for Planetary next turn. We haven't resourced yet. Let's try and catch up a little bit with the damage here. So I'm guessing he's trying to go for the aggressive negotiations plus... Okay, I'll go ahead and claim. This seems fine. I think this is not going to ready this turn. And then... Ooh, okay. Okay, that's pretty good. We need to try and exhaust this. So let's start off with the invisible hand. We've resourced only one, so there's a very big chance we actually managed to exhaust this. Let's start off with that. That way we don't take 6. We don't, though. So we are going to take 8 damage this turn, which sounds pretty bad for us. But we also deal 13. And then next turn, I think we for sure get the... Ooh, okay. So he definitely wants to swing 9, so I guess we can go with the 4 in. And then definitely need to exhaust this next turn. Oh, I could have... Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, we could have used Piett's ability for this to cost 1 less, and then we could have destroyed that sudden ferocity, taken 3 less damage. Okay, so even... If we had done that, we wouldn't be in danger of losing this game right now. So this would be 28. I need to exhaust this. It should be on the top, though. Yeah. So, okay, and he gets us with aggressive negotiations plus doubling up the power of Dryden. We knew that was coming. Let's see. Let me check the board state. He got +3, so he was a 5, went up to 10. We had 19 damage. We would have had 16 if we would have played that right. This was the best I could do right now because I had to exhaust this, or that would have killed me. But last turn, if I had played it right, we would have gotten it. Okay, just gotta... Let's go ahead and re-queue. I think we could have won that one. Going up against... Okay, this can be very dangerous. Luke is very, very fast. We don't have credit generators here, so we'll go ahead and mulligan. And we don't get it, but we do have double Outer Rim Constable, which can be very, very good. I'll research this because I want to play the BT. And I really love Let's Call It War against Luke as well. I don't want to lose my Outer Rim Constables. Let's get rid of this, and I guess we don't deploy anything turn 1. And I'm just going to claim. That way we have the Let's Call It War for next turn. Okay, okay, so shoot down is pretty good here. Turbo Laser Salvo is pretty good as well. I'm just going to start off by doing this. Okay, let's go ahead and claim. Okay, so a second shoot down is okay. I guess we lose one of the invisible hands. We're pretty close to being able to use it too. Okay. Definitely don't want him with any... and I guess we just claim. We have to. Okay, it's pretty good. We'll play this, exhaust this. So he'll probably get a pilot on the crack shot, but I think the crack shot, even with like Chewbacca, won't be enough to kill the invisible hand, and then we can potentially... Okay, we need to deploy so that we can play the Fulminatrix next turn and then try and wipe the board with Turbo Laser. Okay, I'm not a really big fan of Draven. I'll go ahead and claim. Okay, let's actually drop this. Do we go for Red Wing kill or do we go for... Because we're going to take some damage, and I don't know if we want to take big damage right now. You know what? I'll attack here, play this for free. That's fine. I don't know if that's the best idea here, but we haven't received that much damage either, and I think putting him up to 10 is worth it. Okay, he's not going to kill the Fulminatrix, which is amazing for me, because if he did, we would have lost because of the Turbo Laser. If we can't Turbo Laser next turn, we lose. Let's go ahead and claim. And so far, even the Invisible Hand is surviving. If that happens, this is GG. It's too bad we didn't find something to exhaust the Red 5. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna kill it with the Red 5 attack. We're gonna take 7, and then we're gonna take 2. Does he want to kill Piett, or does he want to kill the Invisible Hand? I think there's no coming back from this board wipe for him. What? Oh, okay. I thought he wasn't going to die. That was very scary. Yeah, we need to keep everything under control here because we are pretty low on HP. Okay, so no good draws here, sadly. But we are pretty under control here. What just happened? Okay, he ambushed into the Fulminatrix. Okay, that's fine. Okay, some pretty bad draws from our part, but at least we have lethal now on board and we can exhaust this. Can he be exhausted? Can be defeated or return to hand. Okay. We exhausted, he has to discard something, and I think that should be game. With our big army of small dudes, because we didn't draw a single big ship after we deployed our Fulminatrix plus Invisible Hand. Something is he thinking? What card do you think he has in hand with 3 resources? So he has a Let's Call It War, and he actually manages to survive? Okay. Okay. At least we can kill Chewbacca, right? And this guy should be free. Kill Chewbacca here. Pass. And we won't resource anything. And let's see what happens here. Okay. GG's. We'll swing with our droid. And let's go ahead and requeue. So far so good. Okay, so here we go. Playing against Fasma here in our last match. Let's see how this goes. We'll mulligan this, try and find our credit generators. I guess Power Droid plus... Yeah, I think that hand was not that bad, actually. Okay. Let's get rid of this and this, I guess. We're going to need some... Yeah, we're going to need some cards to defend ourselves. Oh, ooh, okay. Just when we get rid of the swoop down. I guess we go with Power Droid, try and deploy Invisible Hand next turn. At least this guy will soak up 2 damage, deal 3. That is fine. Let's play this. We'll soak up 2 as well. Let's get rid of this, and let's go ahead and swing 1 immediately so that we can play Invisible Hand this turn. I love this ship. That 4 defense is so good. Yeah, so I guess we can't keep a hand either with Power Droid or credit generators. I think we shouldn't mulligan if we find Power Droid. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Play for free. Exhaust this. Discard a card. So good. Such a strong play. I think that's what, yeah, that's what makes this game so good. You know, he concedes there. That means we can get another game in. Let's see who we're up against. So Kasura is very interesting. This match is not easy at all. Kasura is so fast. We need to see some very nasty cards, and we actually do. This is amazing. Let's go ahead and keep this. I'm going to lose the Fulminatrix plus the Imperial Dark Trooper because I'm going for a full Power Droid next turn. Power Droid, follow up our Credit Generator, follow up our Invisible Hand. Just try and go all out here. I'm going to keep the swoop down. Actually, I'm tempted to keep swoop down for turn 1, but let's just throw the Power Droid out and see what we do next turn. Worst case scenario, we don't play Credit Generator next turn. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, we're gonna play Assault Frigate. You know what? I'm even gonna get rid of the Credit Generator here. I don't know if that was the, oh, so I shouldn't have gotten rid of. Okay, this is very bad. I'll go ahead and claim. At least that's okay. That doesn't die anymore. Okay, but we can kill it. So let's get rid of this. Do we want to just take the 4? I think we do. I don't really care about 4 right now. I'll claim. Wow. So do we, let's see, nothing here, nothing here. I think we take the risk here. I think we can exhaust it. Oh, we can't. Okay, but we can, oh, okay. This is bad. We'll play this. Yep. Okay. So 3 here, 2 here. Kill this. Now we do find it, but whatever. Claim. Actually, we don't need to claim. We can do this. Deploy. Swing here. Not enough to kill this, so swing here. Pass, that dies. Very, very close. Not being able to exhaust the Kasura on that turn was very, very rough, but I think we can get there. We need a bigger ship right now. That is fine. Ooh, okay. I think I'm just going to get this. That is fine. We're just going to have to trade. And we'll get another big ship at least. And then we can also drop this. And I think that's game. Managed to control it. So, yeah, I'm happy with the play I did. Like, I think we still got the invisible hand out and started applying a lot of pressure. And we had the, let's call it war. So, there you go. We do manage to get that aggro shut down. I think we still need to get a lot of games in with it. I think it's extremely, extremely strong. But you know, there's sometimes where you shouldn't do mulligan, sometimes where you should. I think it went well overall. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you test it out and comment down below what changes you would make to the deck. Thank you for watching.